Canada and the United States of America. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Well, others, thanks to that warm introduction, I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've been down in the middle looking at conditions, and it's a very batter-friendly pitch. There's not going to be much for the bowlers. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Great information there from David Gower. Captains are ready for the toss. Let's join them in the middle.
A surprising decision to take to the field. Conditions feel like there won't be a lot on offer for the bowlers, and the opening batters will want to capitalise on what seems a bad call.
Players look ready. The umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yep. Chance! Huge nick, but no one to catch it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Couldn't get it through the field.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep. Keeper's end.
That's the over. Canada are 9 for none. Singh, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Gone, brilliant in the field.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Beaten on the drive.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Doesn't beat the infield. Loud appeal. Curtin is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Curtin ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. Canada are 11 for 1.
Well, you don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that has raced to the boundary.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
Right there. Bowler's end.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Singh from the university end.
Yep.
Super shot that.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yes.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Wait. More.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait Waiting.
5 runs added in that over. Canada are 24 for 1. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the press box end.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Waiting.
8 runs added in that over. Canada are 32 for 1.
Yes.
There's a run here, surely.
It might be worth getting the runs while you can, especially when they're there for the taking.
Yes.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Right out of the textbook, off the middle, and it flew to the boundary.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watch that in awe.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
We've reached the end of the fielding restrictions. There'll be changes to the field, I imagine.
Waiting.
5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Waiting.
Well-directed short ball. Did well to keep that down.
End of the over. 4 off it. Canada are 46 for 1. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yes.
Timed that brilliantly.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
Yep. Yep.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit, maybe. Couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt. Singh has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Some adjustments to the field.
Khan coming into the attack from the press box end. Drives and misses everything.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Yes. How's
Big shout.
that? Yes.
They'll get at least 1.
Was that?
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Gone. Played all around it.
Not a bad innings. Really was starting to get the runs flowing, but cut short. Important wicket to get at this stage of the match.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. Anderson into the attack now, from the university end.
Yep.
Struck it nicely, could go to the boundary.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yes.
Well placed, should get a single.
Forward.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive, could have been worth more. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Waiting. Yep.
Good return, back from the deep. Singh gets off the mark.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yes.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The right-hander is coming into bat at number 5
Yep.
for Canada.
There'll be runs here. A miserly over is completed, just one off it.
61 for 3.
Anderson just needs to continue finding good spots now.
Misses everything.
Oh, that's a spot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and raced to the boundary. Bit of shape on the way through. Delhi happy just to watch it go by.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Anderson ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Wait.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Delhi shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
11 runs added there. Canada are 80 for 3. Singh, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the university end.
Yep.
Some changes made to the field here, going more aggressive.
Yes.
Fall through the offside, easy as you like.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing, out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yep.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Saw that early, no one's catching that, great shot.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Over. Canada are 93 for 3.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Showing that they mean business this innings. Barely seem to have got going and they're hitting sixes.
Yep.
That's great fielding, that ball was flying.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yes.
Great shot.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Ballers in.
Good return there, back from the deep. I'm surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
End of the over. 13 runs coming from it. Canada are 106 for 3.
Yeah. More. Oh, nice ball.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Strong appeal.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard.
Coming into bat.
They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Canada are now on.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Anderson, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the press box end. Can't get that outside the ring field. Comfortable single if they take it.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Misses! How did that not hit? It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant. And that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Yep.
huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Too much width and it gives a free swing of the arms through the line of the ball. It's been given the full treatment.
Yep.
Cracking shot for 6. Closing in on their half century and really looking good out there.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Brings up their half century.
Top class innings, been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half century. That is an amazing half century, just mammoth stroke making. An impressive stint at the crease so far.
Oh, nice bowl. Wait. That was
Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up, punched away nicely to get off the mark. Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
5 runs in that over. Canada are 138 for 6. The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end. Just misses. Must have only been millimetres from hitting leg.
Yeah.
Nicely played.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot, gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yep.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
We thought it might be a good pitch to bat on at the start of the day, and we were right. It was a long, hard slog from the bowlers, and now it's a big total to chase down. A couple of big partnerships will be required to get these runs. Got that away nicely.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Wait there.
Middle that one, great timing.
Fielders there in the covers, but they put it right into the gap. That's a beautiful shot.
Yep. Keeper.
Patel comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Really good shot there.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Flew away with pace, brilliant timing.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Yep.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yes.
Straight to the fielder. There's a chance if this hits.
Ah! How's that?
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
For 1.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
End of the over. America are 21 for 1. Madness! Complete air shot.
Brave, brave cricket to come down the wicket like that to a fast bowler.
Really aggressive, but a complete miss.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive.
Nicked it through the field. Will it get to the boundary?
Mistimed it completely. Did just enough to get it to the rope.
That one does the trick. Big in-swinger, and they can't keep it out.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it would be moving to a big, big score, but it's not to be.
Jones won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. Couldn't get it through the field. There'll be 1 run here for them.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
And with that, they're off the mark.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That was a very well-timed shot off the back foot. Saw it really early and it was dispatched with ease.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
Yep.
Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
For the United States of America.
Yep.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Nice.
Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over. 8 off it. America are 47 for 3. Anderson got nothing on that as it goes over the rope. Padding up to that. This should be close.
Off the body, and they scamper through for a run.
Good bit of timing there.
Great shot for 6. Moving along nicely and starting to really build this innings.
That's gone all the way, right out of the middle.
That's just a textbook 6. Timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
Nice shot.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that gnaw.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. Chance!
Jose!
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the...
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Keeper.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep. No.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 3 off it. America are 69 for 4. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Opened the face of the bat to find the gap, deliberately so, and managed 4 runs.
Wait there.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Oh. Yep.
Moving well between the wickets, great running, fantastic running, but it's leg byes to the total.
Yep. Keepers.
America weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Zafar, the left-arm orthodox bowler, is coming into the attack from the press box end.
Oh.
Misses everything.
Bowling.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Keepers end. Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Keepers. Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield. America seem happy to take 2 runs off that over. It's 81 for 4. Gordon from the university end.
Wait there. Yep.
This could be trouble.
Gull shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wait. Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
That shot brings up the half century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
Poor shot.
Nice bowling.
Really lucky.
Well, not far away at all. Gull will be glad they didn't hear the death rattle.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. 5 off it. America are 86 for 4. Timed that brilliantly.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Gull didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Nicked it. Big shout. And a brilliant take by the keeper. Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yeah. Keepers!
Patel gets off the mark.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the university end.
Wait! Yeah!
Great catch! First ball of the over.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Super piece of timing.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hits. Fantastic.
12 runs added there. America are 111 for 6. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep. Bowler!
Got right in behind it.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Gave them very little in that over. 1 run added. America are 112 for 6. In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Drives and misses everything.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Going with pace now. Beaten on the
Nice
drive.
bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and then find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot. That was a tremendous delivery. It fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
A flashy cut. Crunched it away. Not a lot the fielder could do to stop that.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. America are 129 for 6.
Yeah.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe. But couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Confident appeal. Could it be?
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Immediately underway with some runs.
That's the end of the over, 1 run coming from it. America are 130 for 7. Zafar coming back into the attack. Hit that hard, nailed it.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yeah.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running. Zafar with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that over the boundary.
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
Over. America are 150 for 7. Gordon coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yeah.
Could be close.
Oh, nice.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all. Let's see.
Yep.
Chance, huge nick, but no one to catch it. That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much for joining us. Please remember to drive responsibly on your way home.